want to do the Dylan Mulvaney thing. And then I want to show, like, after we're done with the Dylan Mulvaney thing, I want to show you how Matt Walsh fucks it up. Because I really hate these conservative commentators. They act like everything is like life or death, a struggle for the soul of the nation. But all they do is end up screaming at each other. And everyone just kind of stays where they were. Whereas I feel like if you make fun of shit, and you're funny and you shit on things, I think you change more people's minds that way.
Yes.
Plus, you don't have to get all serious. You don't have to give yourself a fucking ulcer. You get to laugh too. And then other people go, oh, you know what? When I listen to these guys talk about this topic or that topic, they're not sitting there preaching at me or shitting on me or saying I'm a Nazi or I'm a communist. They're just fucking around and telling jokes. I'd rather do that. Like, I feel like more people with the way the world is now, I feel like more people would either disagree with someone and laugh than agree with someone and get mad.
I agree. I don't like being mad.
Scarface and Clay say the same thing. The clown pill is the only way. I agree with that. Whoever coined the term clown pill,
it's a good one.
That's a brilliant way to put it. So with that, I give you Dylan Mulvaney. Now, if you don't know Dylan Mulvaney, guy, transitioned woman, and does this weird like gender grift where they like kind of you kind of get the idea that they tell themselves in their head a lot, like, I'm not a real woman. So then they go out on TikTok and shit and overcompensate.
Okay.
Kind of like Chelsea Handler did with the childless thing. It's like you just go out of your way to be like, I'm such a woman, I carry tampons. It's like, nobody cared enough about you to question your femininity. This is all coming from a place of insecurity as a man transitioning to woman.
You know what'll give you away as not being a real woman, though, is carrying tampons in case another woman needs it, which is what Dylan Mulvaney says that they do. No woman ever, and I promise ever, carries tampons on her in case another woman needs them.
Okay.
Unless it's your daughter.
And if you're a woman who needs if you're a woman who needs a tampon, you're not going up to this person and asking them.
I'm not asking anybody typically. I'll just go get my own.
Yeah, like who's going up to a stranger?
I don't do that.
Can you give me a tamp? Ugh.
No, I don't need any of your supersized weird shit. You know what I mean?
Go ask a fat lady. She gives you a plunger. Like,
I've got a wide set vagina.
So this is Dylan Mulvaney, and you'll have to forgive Dylan in this one, guys, because she's feeling very pretty, April. And
she looks good.
Well, that's kind of where this whole thing comes from. You see, April, I know that you're looking at Dylan Mulvaney right now and you're feeling threatened. You know, you got this on your finger here.
How dare you call me out like that?
I've got this on my finger that's showing that I'm hers, and April's
taken.
Like, yeah, and April's probably looking at Dylan Mulvaney right now going, I bet you my husband thinks she's a snack. Well, she ain't getting my man, right?
She ain't no entree like me.
Yeah, well, let's see what Dylan Mulvaney has to say. Dylan Mulvaney's a good woman. She's a good girlfriend, April. She just wants you to feel better, and she wants you to feel comfortable.
Well, I'm not feeling it yet.
Being a girl, and I wanted to go on record to say that this might be the hottest I've ever looked and will ever look in my lifetime.
So double mastectomy cancer patient is the best look you can pull off? All right. Let's see.
Help me out here.
Trans villain in a Tim Burton movie? That's the best we're going to do?
Dollar Tree Natalie Portman.
I was going to say penis
That's
tree
the
Natalie
absolute
Portman.
best I can do.
Revenge of the Dick.
And I'm making this video so that in thousands of years, there will be evidence.
What?
Is it the dress?
Hey, Dylan, because of all the shit that you're doing and other people are doing, we ain't going to be around in 1,000 years. You see, this video you're making is a great sign that we got maybe a century left.
Yeah, I don't know how much you know about trans people, but they don't reproduce.
Yeah.
So if more and more people feel that they are the likes of yourself, which is fine, I guess, this isn't going to last.
Hey, Dylan, you know who else thought their thing was going to last 1,000 years? Hitler. It lasted about 12. And that's with the most generous estimation.
Yes. It could be the dress. Is it the makeup?
You know what? I think it could be something else.
What's that?
The cock.
Oh, but the black skirt covers that up nicely.
Or is it the hair? Because I think it's the extensions. And when I have extensions I don't know my name.
That seems like a mentally stable person.
Why do they all have these eyes?
I don't know.
I took my Noticinol today, so I'm trying not to notice things. Why do they all have these eyes that are like staring through you that are like, I'm not crazy, I'm fine, this is what makes me happy?
And that always comforts me and soothes my soul that you are of stable mind and thinking clearly.
Well, April, she's feeling hot. She's got the extensions. She's got the dick. She's got the dress.
Doesn't know her name, though.
She may not know who she is, but she knows she wants to make you feel better. Get ready.
Okay.
When I have extensions in, I don't know my name. I don't know where I live. I just know that I love these.
Great. So you have a crazy mentally ill person walking the streets, stroking their extensions, telling cops, I don't know where I'm supposed to be.
I've never had extensions, I guess, but is this what everyone goes through?
Just the retarded ones.
Oh.
I just know that I love these. And I know that I look like I could steal a husband, but I want to promise you, look me in the eyes. I want to promise you that I would never do that to you.
I don't know what to say.
You see, April, it's not just that she's guaranteeing women she'd never take their man. It's the audacity that she just accepts that is a foregone conclusion in your head. Look, I know your man would like to either fuck me in the butt or take me in the whatever.
Oh, she's got to snatch him, sure.
Weird, odd thing they created in Frankenstein's lab for me. I know it's a foregone conclusion that you've married such a piece of shit that he'd do that with someone like me, but I'm here to tell you that I'm a good sister.
Ugh. I honestly don't know what to say.
Okay, I am a girl's girl, and I love ya. Woo! But seriously, this is good, right? Okay. Love you, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you someone of complete sound mind and body who is in no way mentally ill or crazy. Dylan Mulvaney, ladies and gentlemen.
Where did you find this? This person.
You see, I hit my head earlier today.
Yeah.
And I went into the seventh circle of hell.
Okay.
And I talked to Damien himself, and he handed me this tape, and he said, show it to the people of Earth, because even I'm starting to get fed up with all the sinfulness in that realm. And so here I am.
I have never quite seen somebody like this before.
This is the face someone makes before they cut someone's leg off in a bathtub.
Typically, and then they sit there fondling and like crying over the corpse.
They hug the leg and go, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean this. I just loved him too hard.
Oh my God.
I've never seen anything like that.
I know. It can identify as a man. It can identify as a woman. I identify it as a fucking problem.
Problem's a good one.
It's a good one. Oh my. Hey, gals, don't worry. Not going to steal your man.
But check it out, though. Like I said earlier, if Dylan Mulvaney can steal a man from another woman, I say they deserve each other because...
Hypodermic says, chubby check Aaron ASAP. Nope, nothing. I'm good.
Did you just grab yourself?
I'm tiny in the old dick region right now. I got shrinkage from Dylan Mulvaney. Copy that.
Oh, it's hiding like a turtle.
It's all turtling now because it's afraid of what it's scared of what I've done to it.
Oh no.
And it wants me to know that it's not okay with all this shit.
I think you should shield him next time from this profanity.
I like people like Bumanis. They can give us perspective. He says, I suffer from bipolar and he, whatever is scaring the shit out of me.
Exactly. That's not normal behavior. We're not even saying like they're a bad person or anything like that. It's just that's not normal. Okay? That's not healthy.
Johnny 1.0 says, I'm sporting an innie.
Oh.
Adam Price says, he ain't no Vince Neil circa 1985. There you go.
Wow.
Well, you want to see... So, that's how we handled it, right?
Sure.
Laughed our asses off.
We're having fun with it, you know.
So, I want to show you how these conservative commentators... And look, I've said it on the show before, I'm no Matt Walsh fan. I think he's disingenuous. He's kind of like... You know how liberals will obscure things to like make their points sound better and they'll tell like half-truths? Mm-hmm. Matt Walsh is, and I think you would use this term, a wiener guy.
He's a wiener guy.
I feel like Matt Walsh is a bit of a wiener guy. And he's also one of these guys who gets a little too serious and obsessed with the trans issue. And it makes me wonder that there might be something in the past.
In the closet.
I'm not saying there is. It's just like that kind of behavior gives me weird vibes.
You're curious.
Yeah.
All right.
So you see how we handled it. Now I want to show you the problem with conservatives, and this is why I can't be one. They take this shit so seriously. which guarantees that half the country is going to go, you fucking Nazi square, and they're going to shut you off and not hear a thing you said. So the people that Matt Walsh ends up talking to are the people who already feel that way no matter what. Whereas if you play this and you joke about it, you might grab a few more people who are like, oh, thank God they're not preaching.
That's where I think you should draw a line between your professional and personal lives, too. Like, no matter how you feel personally, you can still do a good show and maybe grow a bigger business for yourself.
Well, here we go. Here's Matt Walsh's take on the video we just watched.
The gentlest person in the world, especially when dealing with people like this. The truth, though, is that I am a gentle soul at heart, I think. And also I do feel pity, or I can feel pity for some of these people. And so I wouldn't usually say what I'm about to say, at least not as directly as I'm going to say it. But
like, doesn't this just sound more boring? Just the tone he's setting?
It sounds like NPR, kind of.
Look at that face. That is a crazy person.
Yep.
And you're sitting here going, look, I'm going to speak to you now with the pity that I feel in my Christian heart. You know, honestly, you know who Matt Walsh kind of reminds me of? A conservative Keith Olbermann.
I was going to tell you that most conservatives are religious, and that's where they can't separate like professionalism from their personalities, because like if they're a Christian, they're not supposed to like that. Okay, but it's coming out pretty hard.
I talked to Jesus, and he said he wants you to laugh.
Okay.
That's what he said. Especially at gay people. His words, not mine.
So he's going to do the judging, and we can just laugh.
Christ said, I'll judge, you just laugh at, he says homos. I think that's insensitive. But
a little bit.
Those were the word.
You know what?
He's
God.
The word of Christ.
Yeah.
Hold on. Our Father.
Dylan Mulvaney is intentionally degrading women every time he does this woman-face minstrel show routine. He is insulting and demeaning them and doing it on purpose.
And it's kind of gross because I have a hard time believing Matt Walsh really gives a fuck about women that much. So now it kind of feels like he's grifting off of women and like, oh, it's not just that I find trans people disgusting and they're fucking gross, which is his opinion.
Yes.
But he won't express that because that might be a little too spicy of a take. So he's like, well, it's just the deep care I have. I bet you by the end of this, he mentions that he's like a father or a husband or something like that. And he's going to say, I'm doing this for the she-folk. I'm doing this for the women.
Well, any grifter like that has to put it out there so that the masses are on his side.
Yeah, whereas you can just bust this thing's balls or whatever it is.
And profiting off of it, and he doesn't care. And since I have 2 daughters and a wife... There you go. Dance, you fucking Koch brother monkey.
You couldn't have called that any sooner.
Oh, my God. Well, the conservatives, the liberals, it's like watching pro wrestling. You know what they're going to do. Like, they're holding a chair, and you're like, oh, they're going to drop kick it in their face. Oh, there you go.
I will say I understand his line of thinking, though. I just think that it's not a very professional way to put things out there.
Just make fun of shit. You're going to change a lot more minds with comedy than you are with my serious commentary, like you're the Republican Keith Olbermann, and I have a daughter, mister.
That's true.
I don't think Dylan Mulvaney gives a fuck, nor do other trans people will, cross-dressers will tuck their cocks and dance in front of your children and shake their fake titties. They don't give a fuck that you're a dad and a parent. So your little commentary is not going to sway anybody. But if you're funny, people might listen to you.
No, and there's plenty of people out there that feel the same way he does. It's just that way of talking is unbearable to listen to.
They're also already watching him.
Right, he's not gaining anything.
Yeah.
I take this kind of thing personally, which is why I have to...
You want to make a societal change. People all say we're fighting a culture war. Fuck a culture war. We already lost. But if you think you're fighting a culture war, you have to recruit new people to your side in the war. You have to recruit reinforcements. You can't just preach to the same soldiers all the time.
Can you imagine if we somehow did time travel and we brought people from the 20s? Let's say straight white men from the 20s into right now.
And then just watch the country turn into a Nazi regime.
No, I was going to say watch their heads explode.
Say to Dylan, if that is the most attractive you will ever look, then I don't even want to imagine what you'll look like when you're at your ugliest. You do not pass as an attractive woman or as a woman at all.
Well, there goes your blowjob, Matt Walsh. Congratulations. You just talked yourself out of sex.
Yeah, I feel like you're being a little dishonest, though.
You think Matt Walsh would fuck her on a rough day?
I'm just saying there's plenty of trans people out there that could pass when you're drunk in a bar.
I don't know. Matt Walsh doesn't seem like the guy who kicks back and gets drunk at a bar very often.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying I could see it.
Even with 50 pounds of makeup and plastic surgery and clever lighting tricks, even then you still cannot escape what you really are and what you will always be.
See, like, here's what bothers me about his fucking holier than thou fucking born again bullshit that he's doing. It's like, dude, nobody thinks you're a badass doing a crazy takedown. Like, this is a nut bar. You don't need to, like, you're not Edward R. Murrow taking down the big corporations, man. Like, this is an easy mark. Mm-hmm. You going,
they'll do it themselves.
You're not very pretty. Oh, shit. Matt Walsh said she's not very pretty. Look out. You've got a lot of makeup on, and I don't think you look very good.
Dude, a lot of normal women wear a lot of makeup. I feel like that's just not the points to be making.
Yeah. Like, it's all, but that's conservative red meat shit. That's why Republicans are fucking boring.
You have successfully shed whatever parts of you were masculine, perhaps, at least on the surface. Nobody would ever describe you as masculine or manly, so you've got that going. But your femininity quotient has not increased at a rate commensurate with the loss of your masculinity.
You want to fucking fight at WrestleMania, Matt? Like, what, again, like, what point are you trying to prove here?
I don't know. I think some people just like to be, like, they try to be edgy because they think that's going to get them everywhere. It's going to get them put out everywhere.
How this guy fools people, I have no idea.
You may not be masculine, but you also aren't feminine. Instead, you are weird and artificial. You are manufactured and lifeless. You are unearthly and eerie.
Whoa, you mean trans people are different and weird? Holy shit, fucking based.
I do think most of our chat's going to agree with him.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I just hate that he says it like he's some kind of like, I'm a truth teller and a this and a that. It's like, Matt, this is my point about preaching to the converted. Everybody who watches you already thinks that. Let's have some fun. Yep. Where's the fun? Where's the spice? Where's the zip? Now you're just acting like you're some kind of modern day philosopher, and you're so not.
You are like some kind of human deep fake. That's what you are. You are a man deprived of all the best qualities of men, but without any of the best qualities of women.
You know what it is? This is a mentally ill person, and he's just kind of kicking him in the teeth. And you're like, Matt, we know. We got it, Matt.
Right. Dylan speaks for themselves.
Right.
Even your personality is contrived. Everything about you is fake. Nothing about you rings true. Nobody buys the act. You'll never be accepted as a woman by anyone. Never by anyone. Even the people who pretend to accept you as a woman are only pretending because they're afraid of being lectured if they don't.
Bro, why are you... I have to ask him this. Why are you so mad about it? Like, he's upset. This is personal for him. Again, this is what makes me think there's something in the closet. This is like that gay preacher who's like, a nation burn in eternal damnation. Hold on, let me step off stage for a second. And the gays will rest in eternal hellfire.
How was it?
A little too good at that sound.
I don't like that.
I don't
like that sitting here as your wife listening to you make that sound.
I should practice that before the show so I know not to do it next time.
Or because they want...
I just listen to you and I copy the sounds I hear.
I'm not nearly that noisy. I'm a classy
use
broad.
you as a platform to virtue signal. But everyone who looks at you will see something pitiable and bizarre, something utterly unfeminine.
Doesn't it just feel like somebody punching a retarded kid in the face?
I agree with you to a point. I think maybe you're having a moment as a broadcaster where I think most people are going to be on his side and they're not going to see a problem with how he's putting this out there.
Even if you're on his side, isn't this boring?
It is boring. It is boring, but people do like to jack themselves off about it. It's like being miserable about something together. They're going to enjoy that to a degree.
I guess. Yeah, people are pointing out, Aaron, you called it 2 daughters and a wife. Yep, I knew that was coming out right away. Let's see what the chat thinks. Bossman Eric says, "Oh, I just saw a video of this guy for the first time. He was talking about libs of TikTok." Yeah, every time I've seen him, he's just overly serious and he thinks he's schooling people. What he does is he just picks the low-hanging fruit and then goes, "Well, I'm going to take them down and I'm a truth teller." It's like, yeah, but you're not funny. And
I think it largely, like, it's either what you said it is and there's something in the closet that he's hiding, or it has something to do with an upbringing. I can see a lot of people coming from a small town like I did behaving that way.
Adam Price says, "I agree with the sentiment, hate the delivery." Right. My dog Bark says, let's just laugh and move on. Right. Clay Combs says it's a mentally ill person talking about a more mentally ill person. I 100% agree with that. Johnny 1.0, Matt loves punching down like any good Christian. Right. Uncle Jack says this douche is reading his take on this monster off his laptop. Yeah, that's the other thing. It seems so like contrived. Like he sat down at a desk and went, I'm going to write my big takedown. You know who else did that?
Who?
Keith Olbermann. Telling you, Matt Walsh is the conservative Keith Olbermann. I hope that takes off. Golden Shower Guy says he's got a picture of Kevin Dumbfuck. Golden Shower Guy says you fool people all the time, Aaron, when you pretend to have sex with my wife.
Wait, what are you doing?
Golden Shower Guy. That has to be a reference to something, and I'm not getting it.
Are you having sex with somebody's wife?
That was probably I was probably fucking up there. No, I think you said something about golden showers.
I didn't, though.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, if it's Kevin, that guy pissed on someone at DabbleCon.
Okay, maybe that's it.
Yeah.